basically organizations like BGF, they'll talk to you about blackness. They'll tell you, you know, y'all don't need to be fighting each other. And people that was born in some type of black unity type of family, that would appeal to them. Like a lot of Bloods become BGF. A lot of 415s up north come BGF because they you know, Crips are more rebellious against everything. You know what I mean? And so once they start talking to them about that, they'll send them books, you know, Huey Newton books and stuff, and educate them, and that's how they get you in, you know, stuff like that.
For the dime moves and the lokes, for the 6-4s on spokes, for the OGs that did a dime, came back around on parole, for the homegirls with the scrap game, little homies that gang bang, from Pelican Bay to YA, rearrange your mind frame. Yeah, I know what you've been through, shit you had to go tend to. Your mama gave birth on the turf, I know them killers you kin to. This for the lost generation, broke as hell, man.
Lifting weights and I was on swole, they start calling me Big Miz.
Original stutter box. Eastside Fighters, Pavlo Bishop, Mill City Gangster Bloods.
Kev Mac video, you know this is for sure. Kev Mac video, open your soul.
This is the beginning.
Cause I know it used to be a rumor they'll slide the paper under your door. Man, they slid that shit under my door. I read it and slid it back.
You are official BGF.
The dragon. I wish they ass would. Nah, man.
Yeah, but that's what
I love for some of them too, though, man. You know, it's just not. It's not where you from. It's where you at, man. It's like you know the riders. I got along real good with the riders. You know what I mean? So you know, yeah.
So look, you caught your case in '82. You're on X. What do you say? XEG? AC?
AC, yeah. That's the adjustment center. Yeah, as said, it's just when you on lockdown for 7 days.
Okay, so that's from '83 to '84. When did you parole?
I was paroled in 1990.
Whoa, so you basically missed the whole '80s set tripping era.
Yeah, the whole, yeah.
So look, I wanted to kind of dig into not too far in, but I wanted to tap in on the PVGs and '60s early relationship before the bullshit. Were you on the streets for any of that?
Yeah, I was instrumental in starting the bullshit.
Well, no, because you're still in prison in '86 when it went all bad.
What when it's with the '60s and stuff like that?
With the homies.
Oh yeah, with the '60s, yeah. Do you know that me and Fee was best friends when that war happened?
In prison?
Yeah, when Slim got killed.
Yeah.
This is how good friends we was. He came to me on the yard. He was sad. He was like, hey, cuz, man, your homie just killed my homie. I mean, that nigga was a good nigga. I mean, he was crying. You know what I'm saying? And I guess he felt what I felt too, you know. And I said, yeah, man, but that's on the streets, man. I mean, and I love you, cuz. I mean, you know, but that's on the streets, man. So whatever you want to do, you know. And then about 3 days later, they killed my homie Boo, the little Boo. And that was like family. So I felt what he felt. So I went to the yard and said the same thing to him. He's like, remember what you said, though?
So let's rewind. Why were the '60s and Pvg Hood back then? What was going on for them to be in that area like that?
Well, anytime you a gang like the '60s, you're always gonna try to grow. So, you know, they seen some people that really, like, remember we was talking about Gangster? They really didn't know what that was then.
They did.
Yo.
They knew Big Pirate.
Oh, Big Pirate, yeah. Pirate.
Somebody from the '60s, I think Slim and them.
Yeah, they knew each other. Yeah, in traffic. They just met in traffic. That's pretty much how the Playboys and the Marvins got close, because Don Juan and Scott Dog was friends at school or something, and they just start hanging with each other, and then we just start all hanging with each other, you know. So it was like that, you know.
The story I'm told is one of the homies' female cousins lived in Pvg Hood.
No, it's just because we have finer homegirls.
I heard that.
Now y'all got some fine homegirls too, though.
and that's what brought the homies over there mingling with her, and that's how they got introduced.
Yeah. Pvg used to mention some of the girl. I didn't know him because they probably was little when I went to jail, but
But you're gone in '82, so you're kind of missing a lot.
Missing a lot. Yeah, I missed my whole 20s, man. To be honest, if I would have been out, I would have told the 60s, homie, that ain't cool to come over here. Because of the thing with the A-Tray gangsters, you know what I mean? Like, they're hanging out, and then I'm going to tell you, I heard a story, like I wasn't there, but, homies tell me what happened. If they would write on the wall, they would write PVC and RSC. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of like,
leaving the G.
Yeah, that's kind of like going to a friction. And anytime you saying something different, something can happen.
Let me ask you this, because I was talking to an older homie, and he says the homies was coming over there, like, starting back in like 80, 81, all the way up until 86.
Yeah, they came over there when I was out before, and we didn't get, that was a part of the young years. But Stacy Bullock came, he was over there and hanging with Stagger Lee. They lived on Hope, right down the street from my dad's house. Me and their brother Pee Wee was like this. Matter of fact, he was calling himself Pee Wee because when Stacy went to jail, Stacy was Pee Wee, and he started wearing the Pee Wee jacket. Yeah, I know.
This is what I kind of wanted to get at, because in Monster's book, have you read Monster's book?
Yeah, I read some of it. Yeah.
There's a part in the book where he says that they used to come over to Pvg Hood as refuge to get away from the war in South Central, right? And the basic years were the same years that the homies were over there. So I'm trying to figure out how were the 60s and 80s and Pvg Hood at the same time? Because
the homies knew that, like you said, Trey Stone and them, they used to come over when we first started. But at the same time, the homies knew Stacy was from the 60s, but he wasn't really, he would let you know, but Stacy was Robert. That's his thing. That's what him and Stag was doing. So even though they got into it with a couple of homies, as far as physical.
Player jackers.
Yeah, they was jackers, yeah. I was robbing the two-story McDonald's and all that. They was doing all that.
Have you ever seen this? You see that roll call?
Yeah. Yeah, I think Twin wrote this. Yeah, my homie Twin wrote that.
They got you on there.
Yeah, they better have me on here.
You might have been out the loop. I'm going to fast forward a little bit. There was a point in time a new gang popped up in Pvg Hood. And they went a different route. They called themselves Bedrock Gangster Crips.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about these guys?
Yeah, they're PVGs now.
They're PVGs now?
Yeah. Hey, remember what I was saying? And I should have used that example. One time they went to Venice, and the shorelines hit them up, and they was like, "Where y'all from?" And they said Bedrock. One thing you gotta understand too, if you got a neighborhood, and then you got another neighborhood from the start in your neighborhood, that may be a neighborhood you be fighting. So, you know what I mean? I didn't play that. When I was young and I ran the hood, you couldn't start, and you couldn't be from 18th Street, none of that come over here.
Were there any Mexican gangs in the Playboy area?
Yeah.
Who?
The 18th Street, West Los.
West Side Loco.
Yeah, West Side Loco, then West Los. Yeah.
Where were they located at?
Like Culver City area.
There was never no 18th Street clique right there off of Venice and La Cienega and those little slummy apartments right there?
Yeah. They tried to come later. This was like not in the mid-90s. I was over there. I lived with my mom over there. I had moved back to the hood. And I seen some, they had rolled in the alley. I said, man, you need to get that down. He knew me from the pen. He was like, oh, Jesse, man, what's that? I said, man, you don't write in our hood. How many of them dudes see that? It's on, homie.
You know, they had a full-fledged clique on La Cienega.
They did, yeah. Yeah, that was 18th Street, yeah. But they was also fighting the ones he said.
West Side Locals.
Yeah, they was fighting them.
Yeah.
But see, they don't do that in the pen no more.
We weren't really tripping off the 18th Street.
We do that, but they don't do that.
The gears had to deal with them.
Let me rewind a little bit, back before you went to the pen. What were you guys doing hustle-wise to make money back in 80, 81, 82?
We sure didn't have no dope. We was, I'm glad 459, 211, all that. Really 459, because we live by white folks, so we was all up in their house. So,
You guys were the original flockers.
yeah, man. Man.
So you missed the whole transition into the whole crack era. You're gone.
No, I was there when smoking first came out. Bass rock with the 151 Bacardi, you know. But when the crack era came, I was already in Tracy.
When did crack hit the PVG neighborhood? Because it hit it hard.
Right after I left, about '83. It was over there. It was because it's money over there. That's why the homies used to have a lot of money, because you got movie stars and TV stores that's coming over there buying dope because they felt safer going right there as opposed to going to the 60s or Hoovers or something like that.
Who were some of the big time hustlers in West LA during those years?
Money Mike. Hands down, could nobody touch him.
Tell us about Money Mike.
Money Mike grew up in the hood. He came from Inglewood. We call each other cousins because his stepmother, it was my godmother. She actually was there, you know, the whole Catholic thing, you know. His stepmother grew up with my dad, you know, in the 50s or way on the 20s, 1959 and all that. And so we always just called ourselves cousins. So, you know, we was like best friends when he first moved over there. We came up through Pastor, but he was more like a hustler, you know what I mean? But he had some Inglewood influence, you know. But he was more like let's get this money, let's get this money. I'm like, let's beat some ass. He like, let's go. Well, I got an old ass picture with me and Mike on there, graduating from junior high school, and I got on a black pinstripe suit, and I'm going like this, like I don't know what I was saying, but I was like, man, we got to do this. He looking at me like, no, we got to get this money.
So was Mike a official PVG?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do you know about that case that he caught that's in the newspaper?
Yeah.
It says fingerprints was on 60 kilos.
60 kilos, yep. He had just left my house.
Who was he getting 60 kilos from back then?
Hey man, y'all gotta stop this interview. You got this buff dude trying to take my lunch money. And you got Rockhead too.
Money Mike's passed away, right?
Yeah, Money Mike passed away.
Also, it's safe to talk
But
about.
I can't tell you about the dudes he got the dope from.
Okay.
They're not dead.
Okay. I'm gonna throw some names at you. You can talk about them or not. These are the names that ring out. You mentioned one before. There's a saying that they say, Big Insane was the face of the PVGs.
Yes, sir.
Why him? What's so special about Insane where he gets that title, the face?
He's the face of the PBGs too. Who said that? But to me, what he did is this right here. You know, I was his big homie. I was the general. That was it. I mean, you know. But as far as physical strength and banging PBG to the fullest, I can't say that I did it more than them, even though I did a lot of stuff. A lot of penitentiary niggas know me. I've been on the death row yard with Tookie and all them, but at the same time, you know, Insane was a force. He was just a nigga you just didn't want to fight, man. He was like my big brother right here. You know, that's how he known. You know what I'm saying? That's just how he known. When you say him, you know what you're gonna get.
Did Insane cross over into the prison gangs, or he kept the PVG?
Nah, he wrote me when he first got there. When he first got to Folsom, he said, man, where we gonna go? Whatever you under, we under. I said, we under PVG. Because I had went through all that, got all that already.
Do you recognize this guy right here?
It looked like Big Chuco. That's what it looked like, but I can't tell.
Another name that pops up is Bent Nose.
Bent Nose, yeah, that's my homie.
Can we speak on him?
Oh yeah. We talk about Nose. Nose is a G, man. Yeah. No joke.
Big Tut.
Big Tut, straight rider. Yep, straight rider, man.
Eric Jones.
It's Big Spider. Spider Low, yep.
Jump in, Mac.
Coco.
Coco, yeah, Coco.
Pirate.
Pirate, the OG, day one. Day one.
You were gone when they put the injunction on your hood in '87.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything that you can tell us about why they singled out you guys for being the first gang in LA to have the injunction?
Just like I said earlier, we was close to money. We was close to white folks. You can't go no more west than Los Angeles or Robinson. So that's why they put their injunction on us. See, it's all right if black folks is smoking crack and jacked up, but when they white sons and kids start coming over there smoking crack, then it's a problem. It's always been like that.
Were you around for the formation of the Mansfield Hustlers, or you was already gone?
That happened when I was in jail.
They weren't on.
So we ain't the babies on the block.
What can you tell me about Mansfield Hustlers, if anything?
Two things, Coco and J-Rock.
Why you?
Yeah, I mean, my bad, Snoop, little Snoop, Chucky. Chucky was a little boy when I went to jail. The boy from Mansfield that did the thing, he kept saying Chucky, little Snoop. Little Snoop and Coco started Mansfield. They was from Playboy Gangs.
So, two Playboy gangsters
Started Mansfield. They grew up over there with Puppet and all that, you know.
I was talking to Mac and someone else where they were saying the art of Pvg Hood is Cadillac and Corny, but you guys weren't just in that area. You guys were kind of like spread out.
Corny Street. Come on, Corny.
Did you guys go beyond those? Give us the boundaries of Playboy Hood.
The boundaries are not. They go further than that because we had homies that lived over there. But you gotta understand, when you talking about gangbang, when you talking about ghetto, you talking about mostly apartments. You know, unless you go to A-Trade and 60 Hood, they had houses and stuff. But we had apartments. So when it started filtering into houses, you had less, you know, people hanging out. You didn't be hanging around in front of nobody's house and all that. So it was where the apartments was. The apartments started on Sherrington. That's right off of La Cienega. And it ended on Shenandoah. So that's where we would be swerving in the cuts and all that because it was apartments. And we had cuts. The police couldn't catch us back in the day. You could go cuts all the way to Robinson. You just run through the building.
They didn't have the bars up back
Nah, they made them put them up because of that.
That came with the injunction.
Injunction.
Oh, okay.
My dumb ass got out the pen and ran and thought I knew an old cut. They got
Barred up.
barred up. It was right before Rodney King. They ain't had no camera for me though.
They put trespassing signs on every building. So wherever they stop you on the street at, they can take you to jail for trespassing.
Yeah.
1936 Corny.
1936. Is that the glass house?
Yeah.
No, that 1939 is the glass house. 1936 probably is what they say in the glass house. That was the glass house.
Tell us about the glass house.
The glass house was on another part of Corny. That was like a building that the PVGs hung out with, but still with some of their old friends that really wasn't highly affiliated. It just was a lot of people in that building that you know we had love for, so we used to kick it down there too. You know.
You don't give that the headquarters?
No, that ain't the headquarters.
Did you see Big Miz from 9-0's interview?
Yeah,
Did you see the part where he says
PVGs.
9-1 PVG?
Yeah.
Do you know about that?
Yeah, they was over there. They had started. They flared up over there. I don't know who started it, but you know that's where the Playboy Hustlers started over there. So you know I talked to Big Shady and them because I heard about it, but I didn't know it was true. And then when I heard Big Miz say it, then I knew it had to be something, right? So I called Big Shady from PBH, Playboy Style, and he told me, yeah, they was over there.
So there was some West LA PPGs that went 9-0 Hood
Yeah.
and started a clique.
I heard about that when I was in San Quentin. I didn't believe it at the time, but you know.
What is y'all relationship with the Playboy Style and Playboy Hustlers? Is there a Playboy Nation going on?
Yep, hop or drop.
Hop and drop?
Hop or drop.
You guys have hood days and functions with each other?
Uh-huh. Yep. Yeah, yep. Hop, man, we all get along. Only time we ever really was at odds a little bit is with the whole Hoover thing. You know what I'm saying? So.
When they fell out with the Hoovers,
yeah.
y'all was like, y'all, you're on that one, huh?
Because a lot of them was family, you know what I mean? So it kind of put a pause on it. Not like it should have been, you know what I mean? But when they tapped out, it was on. I mean, you know, when I grew up, a Crip was a Crip. A blue rag was a blue rag. You know what I mean? You didn't wear red. You didn't wear all. You didn't dress like a fruit. You didn't. You know what I mean? We was real gang bangers. That's what I was taught by my big homie. Be real khakis. You know what I'm saying? All that biscuits, whatever. You know what I mean? So if you say something else than what we said, you know, because when we all got out, we was doing decades in jail. And you get out and these dudes are doing something else. You know what I mean? And that's where you get a lot of foolishness at, man. You know what I mean?
Let me rewind to before you went to the pen and Pvg was forming. So you guys wasn't really getting into it with Blood and Jungles and 20s.
Yeah, it was skirmishes like Kev Mac said. But it wasn't no main thing. You know what I mean? Like if we see them in traffic, you know, back then in West LA, you don't see no Bloods. You got Schoolyard, Deer Gang, Playboy Gangster, Mansfield, Venice Showline. Then you go down, you got the 30s right there. Now you see some in there, BP, you know, Black City Stone and all that. But over there in West LA, it ain't no Blood Hood. The closest Blood Hood is the Jungle. So when we used to see them in traffic or something back then, yeah, it was on.
What year did World on Wheels open up? You know?
82.
Yeah, I had never went there when I got out. So it had to either start right when I went in 82 or in the middle of there somewhere.
It was 9 times. Remember, I used to go to the skating ring. He used to tell me don't go.
Oh, yeah.
So it was around that.
But he went anyway.
So during the pop locking era, you guys weren't up there neither?
Nah, I couldn't go there. Definitely. It was on site with me, so.
Midtown Family. Is that a thing?
Midtown Family, yeah. Those, so they were Bloods.
And what happened to them?
They disappeared. Distinction. West LA, man, there's too many Crips.
Where were the Midtown families located at?
Over there by Schoolyard, on that park over there. What's the name of that park?
Queen Anne?
Queen Anne, yeah.
So over there you have
And then you gotta understand, Schoolyard is real close to BBS. So that's where that family thing hooked up, you know.
So you kind of got Bible Crips, Midtown Family, all in Schoolyard, all in the same little.
I don't think Schoolyard was there yet. We talking about Bobo, Forehead, and all them dudes. That was before Schoolyard really went into effect. So it kind of was a dead zone. That's probably why they was there. It was a dead zone at the time because Bible didn't last long. It wasn't no, major. You know what I mean? So.
I think you mentioned the Mac, Black Dog from Shoreline. Did you know him?
Black Dog? No, I heard of him. We all got a fraternal order. Like before I even met Rockhead, I knew who he was. You know what I mean? Because it gets a fraternal order, you hear people's name ring and stuff like that. So, but I know who he is. I ain't never met him.
Clyde Gangsters?
Clyde Gangsters, flash in the pan.
Tell me about him.
Some dudes that started over there on Clyde that didn't really take off, so.
Did they morph into Marvin?
Pretty much, they are Marvins. Anything over there is a Marvin.
I'm tapped out, Mac.
Did you discuss the beef with West Boulevard?
Did not. What's the origin of your beef with West Boulevard? That's kind of new.
The young homies, the beef was killed. You know what I mean? It was a quick thing where they just was wilding on getting out of line with each other or whatever.
That wasn't behind Big Tuck?
Nah. That wasn't behind Big Tuck. It was a rumor that they had killed Big Tuck, but
yeah, they tapped in. They said
they didn't do it. Yeah.
So
Matter of fact, a lot of them love Big Tuck. See, my generation, we hunt West Boulevard. We was cool. So.
You got a picture right here with a guy and it says the founders of Playboys. Blue Boy. You didn't mention Blue Boy.
Who the hell is Blue Boy? Let me see. Who is it?
Boy Blue.
Boy Blue. Yeah, he had day one. Yeah.
Day one.
Uh-huh.
What's the story behind him?
He out there in Georgia. He got man, little rider, YA rider, you know, got shot in the eye by the Cold City police. That was my player homie. We used to go everywhere. First time I've been on the east side, we used to go over there, all them girls over there, like Eddie Boy from Auburn. Now that's a hitter right there, straight rider.
Who are these money guys from PVG?
That's Lil Wolf, and that's Mike Adams. That's Big Sleep. Money guys, riders, but money guys. Lil Wolf is the homie. He's a rider.
I'm tapped, Mac.
All right, look, when you in the pen, because first of all, when we was texting, you said you want to talk about the pen.
Yeah, anything about the thing. That's where I did most of my time at.
All right, look, I want to ask you about the West LA car and the Gangster car. So, where do y'all fall in when you get to prison?
I never bet. Like I said, I went on the main line about 2 months out of 10.5 years. But if it was me on the main line, it would be the Gangster car. Yeah.
Is West LA a car now? Do you guys?
In prison.
Yeah.
You talking about the pen?
So schoolyards and Playboys and shorelines all underneath one banner.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do y'all have some type of truce when y'all had quit?
Yeah, with the schoolyard.
Just schoolyard.
Remember the old gang truce?
Yeah.
You get the riots and all that? They kept that. Yeah, they kept that.
Just the schoolyard and Playboy?
Mostly, yeah. Yeah. We had a few people try to break the line a little bit, but it never flared up like it was. You know what I'm saying? It was a full war, and then ever since then, it's been, you know, just like I tell the homies though, man, if you was at war with somebody, it's not good to be hanging out in their hood. You know what I mean? Especially if you're talking about gunplay. You know what I mean? So when I got out, I used to smoke that water, man. You can put that on camera. I used to smoke that water, man. I used to go all the way to Compton front to get the water, but I used to go over there, and then one day, this is what stopped me. One day, I was with the little homies in the van, and one of the schoolyards that I knew from somewhere, but he was from somewhere else, he flagged me down, and then I could see in the mirror, he went up to the schoolyard and went like this, like, there go that nigga Jesse right there. So this is the gang troops though, so I'm not tripping. So, but I'm strapped. So we go back, and I'm like, what's up, homie? You like, man, what's up, Jesse? Man, get out, man. So I got you calling me out there, go out. What's happening, homie? And then I seen like about 15 schoolyards coming from the back, and like you could see that some of them probably been shot or something before. I'm like, man, this probably could be somebody that because it's a time to break the gang truce if you feeling some type of way or something. So that's why I said, after that, I'm like, even though we can have love for each other, all that, but a lot of stuff, when a lot of stuff going to the bridge like that, it ain't really good to kick around, because you don't know, somebody can get drunk, flip out, and then if you over somebody's hood, I mean, you there now. You know what I mean? They got the advantage on you, so.
Rocky, what was the name of that nonprofit in West LA?
Unity One.
Unity One. Is that what you guys fell underneath during that West LA Peace Treaty? Unity One.
We obeyed it because it made sense. You mentioned Nico. Nico was
Nico.
Yeah, Nico. Yeah.
Was the Beverly Center around before you went to prison?
Yeah, I think it was. I believe I remember.
That's somewhere you guys...
I know Flippers was around. Y'all remember Flippers? The skate ring? Yeah, it was right there.
Washington?
That was Los Angeles. Right across from the Beverly Center.
We had a skating ring off of Los Angeles.
Yeah, man.
That's why y'all didn't go to War on Wheels. Y'all had your own shit.
Right.
Huh?
Yeah.
Especially if you got people like Janet Jackson come up there skating.
When you was at Hamilton, were there any future movie stars?
Man, I know a lot of, Todd Bridges, all them dudes, man.
Oh, Todd went to Hamilton.
Yeah. Lorenz Tate lived in the hood. Janet used to come to the hood. Yeah.
Teardrop.
That's Pirate.
That's Pirate. That's him rapping on them.
Yeah, no, that's what I was telling you.
He said that when he walked.
Yeah, the 3 Sharks Law. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
He got a bunch of YouTube old videos.
Yeah, he was on.
That's it, man.
All right, well, let's just knock out some prison and call it a day.
Okay.
Prison is your area, buddy. I ain't never been to
Right
prison.
here, know more about Tracy and Baby.
Where you go to Tracy, Jesse?
82.
82?
Yeah, I was up there with Frog and them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Frog from where?
Rainbow Frog from H.A. Gang.
Hey, Trey Gangs,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I went to
Yeah.
then I went to AC with Trex and Evil and all of them Sparks. Yeah.
It was a good time. I was gone by then.
We had a lot of structure. I'm not saying what we was doing was right. We had more structure then.
For the Damus and Keyways, homegirls and essays. For the old timers in the project playing OJs. Ride for my sections with weapons, I can't control it. I'm sober like a soldier, never loaded. Hold up, I keep it gangster, gangster, hey love, twisting my finger.